So you've started learning about Bitcoin, and then someone mentions Ethereum, or Dogecoin, or Solana, or one of the other 20,000 coins apparently out there. And suddenly you're wondering, wait, are all of these the same thing? Is Bitcoin just one of many? Is it special, or is it just the first one? And does it even matter which one I buy? These are exactly the right questions, and the answers change everything about how you think about this space. What's up? I'm Sats, and today we're making the difference between Bitcoin and crypto actually make sense. Let's keep it simple. Let me start with something that might sound a little harsh, but I think it's important to say up front. When I first got into this space, I treated Bitcoin and crypto as basically the same thing. I thought Bitcoin was just the most famous cryptocurrency, like how Google is the most famous search engine. Same category, just more popular. And that framing nearly cost me money. Because it's wrong. Not slightly wrong, fundamentally wrong. Bitcoin and crypto are related the way the internet and a random website are related. One is the infrastructure, the others are built on top of it, inspired by it, or in some cases just trying to cash in on the idea of it. Understanding that difference is the single most important thing you can do before putting any money into this space. So let's build this up properly. Bitcoin was created in 2008 by someone using the name Satoshi Nakamoto, and it had one specific goal: to create a form of digital money that nobody controlled. No government, no bank, no company. Just a fixed supply of 21 million coins, secured by a global network of computers and governed by rules that nobody could change. That's it. That was the whole idea. For the first couple of years, Bitcoin was the only game in town. Then developers started asking a different question. What if you could use blockchain technology for other things, not just money? What if you could build applications on it? Smart contracts, decentralized finance, digital collectibles, tokens representing ownership of real-world assets. And that's where Ethereum came in. Ethereum, launched in 2015, is not trying to be digital money. It's trying to be a programmable platform. Think of it less like cash and more like an operating system that other things run on. You can build apps on Ethereum. You can issue your own tokens. You can create automated financial contracts. It's a completely different idea to Bitcoin, even though it uses similar blockchain technology. Then came the wave. Thousands of other projects followed. Some of them were genuine attempts to solve real problems. Others were straightforward cash grabs, launched with a white paper and a lot of social media hype. It's designed to make the founders rich before ordinary investors realized what had happened. This is the part of crypto that doesn't get talked about enough. Of the 20,000 plus cryptocurrencies that have been created, the vast majority are either worthless already or will be worthless eventually. They have no fixed supply, they have no meaningful decentralization, they have no 17-year track record. Many of them have a small group of insiders who hold the majority of the coins and can dump them on retail buyers whenever they feel like it. And here's what makes this genuinely dangerous. They all look similar on the surface. They all have a price. They all have a chart. They all have enthusiastic communities on social media telling you this one is going to change everything. This is not me being cynical about the entire crypto space. Some projects beyond Bitcoin have real technology and real use cases. But for a beginner trying to make their first steps into this space, the difference in risk profile between Bitcoin and most other cryptocurrencies is enormous. And most of the content you'll find online does a terrible job of making that clear. So what makes Bitcoin genuinely different? 3 things, and they all matter. First, the supply is fixed and unchangeable. 21 million Bitcoin written into the code, impossible to alter. No crypto project that came after Bitcoin can honestly claim the same level of credibility around this. Bitcoin has had 17 years of attacks, attempts to change it, forks, political disputes inside the developer community, and through all of it, the 21 million cap has held. That's not an accident. That's a proven track record. Second, nobody is in charge. This one sounds simple, but it's actually the hardest thing to replicate. Bitcoin has no CEO, no foundation, no company behind it. Satoshi Nakamoto disappeared in 2010. There is no person or group who can wake up tomorrow and change how Bitcoin works. Most other cryptocurrencies, even the well-regarded ones, have a team behind them. A foundation, a company. People who made decisions about the rules and can theoretically make different decisions in the future. That's not decentralization. That's a company that uses the word decentralized in its marketing. Third, security and time. Bitcoin's network has been running continuously since January 2009. It has never been successfully hacked at the protocol level. The computing power securing it right now is the largest ever assembled for any purpose in human history. Other blockchains are newer, less tested, and secured by smaller networks. That matters when we're talking about storing value. None of this means other crypto projects have no value. Ethereum has built a genuinely impressive ecosystem. Some applications being built on blockchain technology will probably matter a great deal in the future. But for a beginner deciding where to start, Bitcoin's case is uniquely strong because it is uniquely simple. It does one thing. It does that one thing better than anything else. And it has proven it for 17 years. Here's a useful mental model. Think about the internet in the late 90s. It was clearly going to change the world. Everyone could see that. But if you'd invested in random internet companies in 1999, most of them would have gone to zero. The right call was to invest in the underlying infrastructure, in the companies that would become essential regardless of which applications won. Bitcoin is the infrastructure of the crypto space. The applications built on top of it may come and go. Bitcoin's role as the foundational digital asset is what has compounded value over 17 years. That doesn't mean you should ignore everything else forever. As you learn more and develop a clearer picture of the landscape, you may decide other parts of the crypto space deserve a place in your thinking. But starting with Bitcoin, understanding it deeply and only then considering other things is just common sense risk management. All right, let's bring it together. Bitcoin and crypto are not the same thing. Bitcoin was built to be digital money with a fixed supply and no central control. Crypto is a broad category of thousands of projects with widely different goals, risk profiles, and track records. What makes Bitcoin uniquely different is three things: a fixed and proven supply cap, genuine decentralization with no person or company in charge, and 17 years of security without a successful attack. Most other cryptocurrencies don't share all three of those properties. Some share none of them. For a beginner, Bitcoin is the place to start. Understand it properly before venturing further into the broader crypto landscape. If this made the landscape a little clearer, hit subscribe and drop a comment telling me if you've ever been confused about the difference between Bitcoin and other crypto, because I'd be willing to bet most of you have been, including me. Here are the two videos I'd suggest watching next. So if you want to understand why Bitcoin specifically has value, that video makes the full case from first principles. And if you're ready to take the next step and actually buy your first Bitcoin, that video walks you through the whole process safely, step by step. Stack smart, stay curious. See you in the next stack.